Oh, we are live. Hello everyone. Wait for people to join, wait for people to get ready. I have been playing Taylor Swift. Anyone loving Taylor Swift's new album? Let me know your thoughts. It's different, isn't it? It's very different. Taylor's coming back with like a new kind of style. Hello everyone. My mum is already here. Mum, I'm impressed. Wait, let me turn off Taylor. Guys, I feel kind of nervous. I haven't done Scottie Talks in like a month, I think was our last Scottie Talks. I'm like forgetting how to do this. But basically, folks over at MasterCard was like, Alex, why are you not doing your Scottie Talks anymore? Come up with a great idea that they have some amazing ambassadors. Yes, I am one of them, but I mean, I'm not amazing. The ambassadors that we're going to have on over the next coming weeks. And they was like, we would love for you to just sit there and have priceless, amazing conversations and just talk about anything, life, values, and everything that it means. So thanks to the guys at MasterCard for pushing me back to do this. And we are back with a bang, an amazing guest, one of the top female footballers around, everything that she's already achieved so much in the game. But we'll talk more in a minute and we'll get her on. I think she's already here as well. Mum, where are you? We know how we normally start Scottie Talks. What cup of tea and biscuits do you have for us? Hi everyone and welcome back to Scottie Talks. It's good to have you all back with us. Let me just get Mum on. Okay. What have you got, Mum?
Hey!
Scottie Talks is back. Oh, liking the hair. Everyone, Mum's had her hair done.
Yeah, had it cut. Good for you.
Cut and coloured.
Oh yeah, the roots were so bad.
I think everyone's had the same problems in lockdown.
Yeah, plus it hides the grey, babe.
It hides the grey.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the deal. Have you forgot how things work or what's going on? Is just not going to... A Jaffa cake. No, a jammy dodger.
You told me a Jaffa cake's a cake bar, so this is a jammy dodger.
A jammy dodger. But one thing about jammy dodgers, I don't think they're really biscuits that you can dunk in your tea.
Of course you can.
Nah.
Of course you can. It's just you're too what's it? You've got to dunk any biscuit in your tea. It's the taste.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. First episode back and you've come with a jammy dodger.
Listen, I done this for a purpose because look, what has a damn jammy dodger got?
Jam.
A little heart in the middle.
Oh, look at you. So soppy. Mum, welcome back.
And you, babe. Good to see you on there.
Okay, enjoy the episode. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Mum, I don't know. Jammy dodger with your tea. I'm not too sure. What? People are saying you can dunk it in your tea. I don't know about that. Right, everyone, shall we start Scottie Talks? I will go live with someone afterwards as well. But first, I think we need to get this interview going because I'm so excited to learn more. And obviously, we've played against each other, but to just sit and chat and have good conversation is what I love. So, Pernille, are you there? Give me a thumbs up or a hello and we can connect. Guys, I have to let you in on a little secret as well while I'm just waiting for Pernille to pop up. Pernille, are you there? I don't actually have tea in my cup today. I run out of milk. Right, here we are. We're going live. Yay! There she is. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're good. What have you been up to today? What's your schedule?
My schedule today, I have been having a lactate test we have here in Germany.
A what test?
Lactate. I don't know what's in English, but it's like running on a treadmill, and then they look in the blood for lactate.
Oh, do you have to wear the mask like when you're running?
No mask.
Oh.
They also look at the blood afterwards. Like, yeah, they take blood every third minute.
Oh, wow.
And then they take up the speed and see when we have too much lactate in the blood. I don't know what it's in English, lactate. But it's
like
about
the lactic acid test?
Maybe.
Yeah. I never did that as a player.
No?
No, I wonder if the girls are doing it now. So you just basically have to run and run till you can't run anymore on the treadmill.
Yeah, then they put up the speed. I run 3 minutes on 12. They have a small break, put up 14, 16, 18. Some people come to 20.
Wow. And so how are your legs feeling right now?
My legs, they're a bit tired.
Wait, so fine. At the moment you're doing more fitness testing, and then when does the football start for you?
Tomorrow, finally.
Oh, nice.
We came back Thursday. Then we started with some tests on Friday, had one Saturday, and then off yesterday, and then this test today, and then football tomorrow.
Wow. You know, I have to say, so since I have retired, I've been trying to do some stuff, but the thought of having to do all fitness testing and everything, I don't think my body would ever be able to handle it anymore.
But when was it you stopped playing?
2 years ago now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I do bits. Like I've got a bike, a Peloton bike, and I go running. But I think at that level, I've been speaking to some of the Arsenal girls, and they're like, "Come back in and train with us." But Pernille, I'm actually a bit nervous. I don't know if I'll embarrass myself.
Nah. I guess it'll be fine.
I want to say thank you for coming on, and just obviously we're both MasterCard ambassadors, and the whole thing about bringing people together to have conversation and everything. So I just think this is just basically for everyone to get to know you a bit more. It's mad because I've played against you so much, obviously on the national team, but it's just so nice to finally just get and sit and talk to you.
Yeah, you too.
But in terms of away from football during the break, so you won the title for the 4th consecutive time in Germany. And so when that stops, what do you do in your spare time?
I use time with my family and my girlfriend, of course. Traveling, now it was not so easy to travel because of Corona. So I went to Denmark now in the holiday, spent time with my family. And then I flew to London also, had some days there.
Oh, wait, what do you like best about London? Come on, tell us.
Oh, just like the city, all the restaurants. And I mean, I come from a small countryside in Denmark, and then I played in Linköping. That's not a big city either. And then I went to Wolfsburg, which is also not a big city. So, I mean, for me, I just love to be in a big city and try to experience it, because I've never experienced it. For me, it's I can choose whatever I want to eat. There is shopping, I love it.
What is in terms of because I'm that person, I love going to different restaurants all the time. What is your favorite food then?
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of different stuff actually, but Asian food. Sushi, but also different dishes from Asian, and then Lebanese.
Lebanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we have the same kind of food. That's definitely what I like Pan Asian, different kind of things, and Lebanese or kind of Greek food. I like going out to.
Yeah, Greek food. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you said you love to travel as well.
Yeah.
So in terms of, do you go to different places? Do you have a place where you go back to, or favorite place you've been to?
Yeah, we like to try different cultures, different countries. So we have been in Costa Rica.
Oh, nice. I've traveled to Costa Rica, yeah.
And Mexico. And
I haven't been to Mexico yet.
No. it was nice. Also loved the Mexican food. And yeah, Thailand also, and then in Europe, been to a lot of different places. So, but yeah, I don't have one place I go back to. But if I should go back to one place, it would be in Costa Rica. There was this really nice area that I would love to go back to.
Did you go like all hiking and in the forest and everything? I can't remember what part I travelled. I think I spent time in the south and then I travelled up to the north because I like to travel around the whole country and see different things.
Yeah, we were also at different places. We were in the middle where this big volcano is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then on the side to, I don't know if it was west or east side, but one of the sides. And just enjoying the beaches.
Which then actually takes us back to, because you said you come from a small town from where it all started for you. Talk to us a bit about that. Like, what was it like growing up there? How did you start getting into football?
Yeah, I mean, my family loves football. My mom and dad played football. My big sister also played football. So, and my granddad also. So it's like, there's football in the family. And it was like, they put me, when I was 5 years old, I started to play football.
Wow.
And yeah, the city is a really small city in the middle of Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah, like a really close city where you know everyone and really familiar.
Yeah.
Like using a lot of time with my family. And yeah, so it was a really nice childhood.
What position did your mum and dad play?
My mom was the defender. Yeah, but I don't got any skills from her, to be honest. She was more like a fighter, you know, like her mentality was really good, she says. She was a fighter. My dad was a midfielder, offensive midfielder. So I guess I got more skills from my dad.
Okay.
At least, yeah.
So wait, the whole family's ticked every box though, because you've had a defender, you had a midfielder, then obviously you're the striker that scores the goals. So
yeah,
it worked out good. But then what about your sister? She stopped playing.
Yeah, she stopped playing when I think she was, I don't know, maybe in the beginning of 20s. She wanted to use more time on like, yeah, being at parties, studying and stuff like that.
Do you know what?
She was not that serious as me, but she was really good also. But yeah.
That's the same with my brother. When we were young, I started playing with him in the football cage, and then he was like really good, left-footed. He was also a striker. And then he got to a stage, I think he got a really bad injury, and the same thing. Then he got interested in other things, but he could have been so good. He really could have. But is it true that I think I read something that you wrote a letter when you were like in school, really young, saying that actually you want to go and play in the German league?
Yeah, I did. When I was 10 years old or something, I made this, it was a fake essay. It was not for school, but it was like my sister always she's 4 years older than me, and she was always studying, and I also want to study because she did. And I made my own little essay about what I was doing 10 years later. Then I was a professional football player in Germany, and I wanted to be the best in the world. And so it's pretty funny, yeah.
That is fascinating that even then, but even when you were writing that letter, like why Germany? Why did you think that's the place I need to go and play?
I actually don't know, but I think at that time, Germany was just the place where the best teams were or some of them, like I think Frankfurt at that time was at the top and had a lot of good players. And yeah, I don't know. It's a thing in Denmark, Germany was the good league.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but yeah.
And wait, is it true? Because I suppose everyone now, how far the women's games progressed, and then it's so good that young girls and boys have like female role models. That what is that, a fly?
Sorry.
It's all right. That's why we love doing these live things, because you don't know what's going to happen. It's great. No, in terms of, we were just talking about role models, that you growing up, you actually put down as your role model was Marta.
Yeah, it was. I remembering that I watched some clips on YouTube, and of course she won the FIFA the best like 5 years in a row. And I mean, such an amazing player, and yeah, she was my big idol at that time. Yeah.
Okay, so then you started off, so you got signed to your local club in Denmark. Talk to us a bit more about how that started and how you felt playing in your local team.
Yeah, in the beginning I played with the boys actually. There were no women's team. Then when I was maybe 10 years or 12, I started with a girls team. But I remember that I didn't want to because I liked playing with the guys. But then when I changed, it was really good, the social part of it. Like, it's so important when you're young. Yeah, but then when I got older, I moved to a club that was in a time 1 hour away or something like this, when I was like 15 years old or so. Yeah, but I liked it. It was also this club where I started playing football was in this small city where I come from. So it was a great community, and a lot of the kids who also lived on the street where I lived played football there, and we played together, used almost all the time there. If it was not in training, it was in the free time in the gardens, and so it was a lovely childhood.
And then was it from Denmark where you made your national team debut? What, when you were 16?
Yeah. It was 1 month before I was 17, but
what?
I was still 16. Yeah.
For us over here, when I look back about my first team, like we received we actually received a letter to say that we'd been selected or something. How did it happen for you?
Yeah, it was the same, at least for the youth national teams call up. But this time when I was with the senior team, I had a coach from the federation who asked me like if I was ready to play with the senior team, and I was like, yeah, of course, but inside I was like, oh my god, this is early, because I was still a kid in my head. But of course I would never say no to that. I mean, so I did it, and yeah, of course it was crazy. I started to practice with some of the players that also was idol for me from the national team, like Katrine Petersen, who was the captain at that time, and Katrine Påske, who was one of the profiles in the team. And that was special. I don't think I said a lot on the first camp because I was so shy.
Do they remind you of that, like your first time not speaking and being shy?
Yeah, I mean, now Katrine is the coach for us, so of course she also sometimes tells me that I developed a lot since the first camp on my personality.
Do you know what? I love how modest you're being as well, because like how people are commenting, feel free to send in questions if you want us to answer them. That you scored a hat trick. Not only did you make your debut at like 16, you scored a hat trick on your debut as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was perfect. I mean, it couldn't been written better. Like early debut and then the hat trick also. So I remember after the first camp, I was just relieved, not released. I was relieved. Yeah, because there was so much. I was so nervous before that first camp, like couldn't be in myself. And yeah, when it was done, I made a hat trick. I was just, oh my god, this was amazing.
Like it's just a dream start. And then from then, did you have this hunger to be like, okay, one, I want to go on to play in finals with my national team. I want to be the best. Talk to us about that motivation and what actually was driving you.
Yeah, I think I have something in my motivation that's just there. Like I want to be better all the time. I want to achieve some things with my career, and now it's football. And I want to just win titles, win personally awards also. I think it's important for me to have this because that's what motivates me every day to go to training to get better, so we can win with the team, so I can win these individuals awards. If I didn't have this, I don't think I would have so much motivation if I was just going to training to train because it's my job. I don't think I would think that's fun. Of course, I love football, and that would be the fun part of it, but I need to have this to look forward to achieve.
But then as well, the other stuff, you become the national team, you was the captain. So for you, how does that feel, leading the team and the responsibilities that come with that as well?
Yeah, I mean, it was also quite early. I was the captain, and I think I learned a lot since I got the band. And of course, there was a lot of responsibility, but I think it comes quite natural for me. But the last years, I've also been thinking more about how to help the young players who's coming up now, and how to motivate them to also wanting to be the best, want to have dreams, and not just be happy about being at the national team. They should want more.
How would you say you describe your qualities as a leader, as a captain?
I think on the field, I just always give my 100. And I think that I also can bring some tactical things on the field, be the coach's right hand on the field. It's not always easy for the coach to change something in the middle of the game, if maybe first in the halftime. And I think even though maybe for many of the girls who's coming up, that I'm a big star for them, because they've, like Katrine Petersen was a big star for me. And I think when they meet me, they see I'm really down to earth, and I think that's good. So they're not scared of me. I think that's a good quality to have also.
Well, even coming on here and everything, when I've played against you and everything, you are just so grounded and humble as a person, even though you, like how you say, you're aspiring to always be the best and wanting to be the best. I would say, because a lot of people tuning in, especially in England through lockdown, people's motivation have been up and down and everything, but how do you overcome the obstacles? Obviously you've had injuries, so in those moments, how do you get out of being on those downward slopes?
Yeah, then I try to, first of all, I accept the situation the way it is. I can't change anything. Like now with Corona, it is the way it is. And then I find some goals. Like if I have an injury, I find some goals in my rehab that I can work on and focus on, and just trying to be in the now. If I think back, it gets some feelings that, I should have done this and this, then I would not be injured. And if I look too much forward, I will be worried about when will I come back? Will it be in 1 month or 2 months? So I set some goals, and then I just in the moment.
I think that's so important, isn't it? I think because obviously we need to set goals to aspire to be like, but sometimes we can put so much pressure on ourselves to make sure we're achieving it. But it's not always going to be just plain sailing. I don't know, sometimes I talk too fast and I have to remember that you're not from England. So if you need me to slow down.
It's fine.
But it is and I love how you said about wanting to do more for women's football, because you have signed up to, Common Goal as well, that you are doing stuff for them. Can you talk to us a bit about that and why you signed up?
Yeah, it was last summer. There was this picture of me and Magda from the World Cup.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was getting so big. And we were a bit surprised that it was so big, such a big thing about it. But then we also realized that we are role models in this LGBTQ. So we were like, why don't we do something about it also? And we talked with Common Goal, and they asked us what we want to where we want to go with the donations and what we want to support. And we want to support something with homosexuality or diversity. And then we have this Play Proud that we support, and it's an organization that educate the coaches, especially for young players, to learn how to create an environment with diversity. And we think that's really important, because of course we can change people's mind now, but it's also more difficult, instead of educate young players that it's okay to be in love with someone with the same gender, or yeah, everyone should have the same possibilities to like success in life. And it's easier to educate people who don't have already got the idea of the world, kind of.
Yeah. Do you think actually when that picture, because it went viral, one, was you so shocked, just in case people don't know and you've just tuned in? So this was a picture of you were in the Sweden shirt, wasn't you? Supporting,
Yeah.
obviously, your girlfriend who plays for Sweden. And then this picture, all of a sudden, you were after the game, you were kissing, someone packed you, took a photo, and then literally it went viral. Were you so just shocked at that?
Yeah, we didn't think about it at all. Then in the evening, when I came home, looked at my social media, it was just exploding. Like, I think I got 10 or 20,000 new followers in one evening on Instagram. And yeah, so I was surprised. I was really surprised, but also a lot about the comments, because there were so many good and positive comments. And that made me happy, because it could also have been a lot of bad comments.
Yeah. Do you feel, I need to ask a question though, because obviously she plays for Sweden, you play for Denmark. How is it when you play against each other?
Yeah, it's special, of course. It also depends on how important the game is. We played against each other in the Champions League semi-final from 2 years ago, I think. And it was special because we should play 2 games with 5 days between these 2 games. And it was awkward when we talked, because it was like, so what did you do at training today? And nothing. What did you do?
Trying to give away no tactics or no secrets.
Yeah. But then we played against each other in Algarve Cup, and it was so calm. Like, it's just fun. But I don't like to play against her. She's annoying.
I love that. I love how some of the comments as well. Obviously, people want you to come over and play in the WSL. You have played obviously in Sweden, in Germany. Is there any thoughts in the future? Do you want to play in different leagues? Like, what goals are you setting yourself?
Yeah, of course. This is my goal, to win as many titles as possible. And I've won 4 now here in Germany. And of course, I would love to win some titles in another league. And yeah, the English league is really interesting. I think what happens over there, it's not that far away, but what happens in England, and yeah, it's interesting. But of course, Spain also, and I think this happens a lot in whole Europe now. Also, you see Italy with some good teams, and France. So,
okay. Well, I'm just throwing out that you are always welcome at Arsenal, okay? You know, red is my favourite colour. But in terms of when we talk about the women's game and everything now and where it is, like, what more do we need to do you think?
Excuse me, say it again.
In terms of where women's football is at the moment, like, it's great that it's grown to this level, but what more do we need to be doing?
I think that more teams has to have professional setups. And I think that's what is attractive about the English league, that even though maybe not all the teams can give a big contract to many players, then a lot of teams can give a professional setup. I feel like not only the top 3, but see Manchester United, and now I know that 2 Danish players going to Everton, and I think they also like get something good going on. And Aston Villa, who is going up in the league, it also seems like they will have a good setup, and I think that's what make players want to go to the league. So if you compare to Germany, where it's mostly top 2 and maybe top 3 now, when Frankfurt is Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yeah.
But then the other teams is not that professional, and it's a problem, because then the players from these teams go to the big clubs in the league, and then there's this big gap. So I think it's always about money. It always comes down to that.
Which then leads on to actually the question, because it was so interesting seeing you guys as a team come together and fight for that on your national team. Can you explain how that process come together and actually how it made you feel when you achieved what you did?
Yeah, it was mixed feelings, because obviously we missed a game, an important game, that or maybe cost the World Cup. But I mean, I'm also proud that we fight for our rights, for what that we also want to be, like treated as we should, both about the money, so we could get better paid, but it's also about the setup around the national team, and also just the way that we feel like we are being treated, that the federation listened to us. And it was not perfect at that moment, but the fight we made, and it really changed a lot in the federation afterwards. And it's so different now. We already had a new negotiation, and it went smooth. So it's nice that it was a tough fight to take, but now it's a good feeling to know that it mattered.
Yeah. And then do you think, because that's so important when we're talking about equal pay, equality, that is for us to use our voice and actually kind of push for that, to make change for the next generation coming through?
Yeah, I think it's important we use our voice. The women's game have become a good platform now. There is a lot of players who has a good platform, and I think it's good that we use our voices. We should show that we have some self-respect, that we have demands, and if no one says anything, they don't know the big bosses who decides. So we have to say something, even though maybe some people think that we should not talk about it or this. There will always be some people who don't think the way we think, but we have to show that we have some self-respect, and that we demand to be treated good and equally. Yeah.
So wait, what's next for you? Talk to us. You said like you want to win more trophies and everything, but you're short to Champions League, the season's starting. Yeah. So how do you see that going?
Yeah, Champions League is something I haven't won yet. So of course I'm super excited for the tournament in San Sebastian and Bilbao. It will be different. Never tried this before, like a small tournament in Champions League, but I think it will be fun. It will be fun to see also how the big clubs is standing between each other. Like seeing the other teams play also will be interesting. So, but of course I'm excited, and I think we have had a good season, and I think we can do something good.
And then next focus for next year for the Women's Euros?
Yeah. It got a break now in the Corona, the qualification. But we meet up in September again, and that's a big goal to qualify for the Euros 100% in England. It will be big.
It's going to be huge. We're throwing everything at it to try and make it the best one yet, obviously with the crowds, the commercial side and everything. Just to help develop, not even just like the England team, but, you know, it's a responsibility to develop women's football all around the world and giving it that platform. So it's going to be good. But I do want to know more about you. Tell us more about you as a person. Music. What do you love music-wise?
Almost everything. I'm really, I like old music, mostly. Roxette was one of my favorites. I love them. And what I don't like is like hard rock.
Yeah, I can't do hard rock.
The only thing I don't like. And R&B, I don't listen so much to either. I mean, mostly old music with some good rhythm in.
Okay, so then when you come home from training, what do you do to relax or switch off from football for a little bit?
Sometimes I go playing golf.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm okay. It goes up and down. But I'm decent, I would say.
See, I need to get into golf. I've not really started it yet. Neil, I get so frustrated when I was like so bad at it, and I know I just need to calm down and have some patience. Yeah, it's the problem in the beginning. I think I was the same in the beginning, because it's like sometimes maybe 1 out of 20 you have a good hit. But you need patience, and then when you learn it, it's so nice. Like, I love to go out, and I think that's maybe the only moment where I don't thinking about football. Wait,
Like,
why is somebody? I'm just looking. Someone has just said, "Can you cook something other than broccoli?" Who are you talking? Is that you?
yeah, I think so.
Tell us the
made
story.
yeah, it was from Corona, the Corona time. Me and Magda made some things on Instagram, and we made a joke about that I'm good in making broccoli. and Magda made it sound like I can only do broccoli. I can do more food also, but yeah.
Okay.
But Magda mostly.
I love this inside intel from everyone. Everyone tuning in, let's just say thank you to everyone tuning in. If you want to ask us some questions, we're free to answer some for a bit. And then I know I have to let you go because obviously you've done your fitness testing. You need to recover for tomorrow's football session.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Let's just have a look. Right. Send in your questions. Who just asked if they listen to Girl?
Someone is asking, how are you with broccoli?
How am I?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually all right. I enjoy cooking. Everyone tuning in knows that I went through a stage of cooking a lot of homemade soup. And then I felt like I was really boring because all I was talking about was making soup every day.
Yeah.
I did soup. What else have I been doing? I've been trying to learn Spanish in lockdown. So I've had over 50 lessons so far.
Wow. Did you learn something?
Yeah, I had a Spanish exam, I think last week before. I got 18 out of 20. So I'm progressing. I'm on to my next unit now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting there.
It's good.
Wait, how many languages can you speak?
I would say 4.
What? You've just put me to shame.
No, but it's the thing is, it's Danish. That's one. Swedish, it's quite similar. And then German.
Wow.
And then the English. But I'm not fluent in any of them.
Okay, I'll just carry on with my Spanish
What
lessons.
about you?
Spanish is my first language that I'm going to be learning.
But I think it's easy. It's more easy when you're from England because everyone talks English.
I know. We're lazy. That's the problem because everywhere we go, everyone can just speak English.
Yeah, but it's also it's a good thing.
I've just seen a really good question actually that I want to know the answer to. Thoughts on miedema calling you the best player in the world?
Yeah, it's nice to hear from a really good player herself. She's a great player. So when I hear something from a player like her, I mean, I get what is that? Honored, like happy, because it's you can hear it from fans. It also means a lot when fans are saying it, but when you hear it from a player herself, it just means a little bit more maybe.
It's like mutual respect, right? That they respect your game and everything that you're trying to achieve, and to be like, let me just. Who was the player it was hardest playing against?
I think Wendy Renard. She's a good defender, good player. She's very very calm with the ball, and it makes it a little bit annoying as a forward when you try to defend. You try to make her stressful, but she doesn't. I think that's a good quality.
And then you might be playing up against her again soon, huh? In the Champions League.
Yeah, maybe in the final.
Is that true? Because that's a feeling that always stayed with me and actually spurred me on and motivated me. Those feelings, because you played in the final against them before, and like you said, you haven't won that feeling of, I don't want to feel like this again. Like, I need to be better. We need to win next time.
Yeah, that's one feeling you can feel when you like in a final, you lose extra time. Don't want to feel that again. But then it's also the feelings after you achieve something, the good feelings that you want to feel again also. So that's also something that motivates. That's true.
Okay. Wait, what else? Favorite thing? Oh, favorite thing about Denmark?
Favorite thing? My family. But then also, when I come home, I really think that we have good fashion in Denmark.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I come back, but it's also from from Germany. Not to say anything bad from the style in Wolfsburg, but yeah, I always see that. Well, we have good fashion in Denmark, and I think that's it actually. What
Well, family.
I haven't been living in Denmark for 8 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so a lot has changed also.
Wait, what one did I just see then? Actually, this is an interesting one. If you could pick any player from around the world to come and be your strike partner, who would it be?
My strike partner. Oh, there is a lot of good players to choose between. I think I can. At the moment, I can say 3. Maybe Sam Kerr, miedema, and I would like to try to play with hegerberg also.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. But Marta de Silva, of course, I would love to play with her. Yeah.
I remember back, it was 2007, it was our Champions League final against when she played for Sweden. How do you pronounce it properly? Umea?
Umo. I say Umo, but that's Danish. Umo.
Yeah. We'll go with your one. I remember being in the corner up against her, trying to defend her. And this was like, she was so in her prime and so the martyr that would just blew everyone away. She started doing kick-ups and kick the ball over my head and run around me. I was like, what the heck? I really thought I just had her in the corner. But she was just, incredible.
Yeah. That must also be the time where she was at her best, or when was she? Yeah. She was amazing. Maybe the best player in the women's game.
Is that for you still, because you've been on the list of obviously Ballon d'Ors, the FIFA best? Like, is that your thing, that you want to lift that trophy as well?
Yeah, of course, that's a goal I have. That's something that also motivates me all the time to get better, to someday win that.
Okay. Well, last question before we let you go. What advice would you give to anyone tuning in, like young girls or boys, to keep them motivated if they want to make it as a professional footballer?
Yeah, I mean, dream big, and then also work hard for it. I mean, you have to dream big, because I think everyone can be the best, but it's also a lot of sacrificing and a lot of hard work behind it.
That is good. And I think that is the thing. It's like to dream it and actually not be scared to actually go after your dreams. People are going to try and stop you, but it's that self-motivation to keep going.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for MasterCard for putting this together. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation. It's just so interesting. I love learning about people and their backgrounds and everything what motivates you as a person. So thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, well, good luck with Champions League in your new season.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Wowza. Well, there you have it. First Scottie Talks Down. We are going to continue to do this every Monday and bring you different ambassadors from around the world. It is that time now to go live with someone. Who wants to go live? Let me know. We'll try and make this work. Right. Who wants to go live? Let me know. I'll wait for you to decide. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Let's see this one. Waiting. Connecting. Oh no, is this where I like disconnect because you're taking too long and then I feel really bad? Taking too long, sorry. Someone I've just joined. You've missed it. I'll try and post it back up afterwards. Right. Come on. Let me know. Hi. People hit me up. Cheers, Gaffer Alex. Oh, you lot make me laugh. Right. Let's see, who's this? Save the live, please. I will. They changed the formats on how to save it, though. Oh, who am I connecting to? Hello? Who am I talking to? Oh, I love how random this is. Hey, next on Scottie Talks, Sam Kerr. We can try and make that work. I don't think we're doing that. I think we already have next week lined up. Every Monday, we're going to do this, okay? For the next couple weeks. I'm creasing. Right, guys, I've got to go soon. So if no one's wanting to go live with me, then we'll be done. I've got to cook dinner. Oh, please, may I have a chat with you? Yes. Go on then. Come on, Chloe. I think this is Chloe.
Hello.
Hiya. Is it Chloe?
Yeah, I'm Chloe.
Hiya.
Hi, how are you doing?
You came to save the day. I was just about to go. I was asking everyone who wanted to go live.
Yeah, it's really good to be able to have a chat with you. So I wouldn't mind asking you a couple of questions.
Oh, I love this. Go for it. Ask away.
Okay. So one thing I was thinking, one question I was thinking of is what were your expectations when you first walked onto the pitch for the first time?
What would you say, for Arsenal or for England?
For Arsenal and England, any
I think the first time I ever played my first, I'd say, senior game for Arsenal.
yeah.
I just remember it was kind of a pinch yourself moment.
Okay.
That I'd worked so hard, and like I dreamt of that moment of playing for Arsenal, and there I was. But at that moment, I was so scared that I was like, if I don't actually play well, this might be the end. So it's that like loving it, but actually the pressure of I actually need to do well because I want more and more of it. But pressure's a good thing. I think people talk about pressure in a negative way, where I always say, like, my favorite quote is from Billie Jean King, is pressure is privilege. Like, you work so hard to be in that moment, so then why would you think, oh no, about everything that can go wrong? Actually, you've worked for it, so go enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose it's really good to be able to, like, just achieve something that you've always wanted.
Yeah, when I look back at my football career, I just think, yeah, wow, how much I just loved it. I don't think I was thinking about being motivated by anything else or where the women's game was going. I was just like, I need to let my football do the talking. Just enjoy it, because you never know when it's going to be taken away from you. And yeah, I just loved every moment.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I really enjoy your perspective, watching you talk about football, doing the punditry and the match of the day. So yes, how was it like being able to work with people like Gary Lineker and other pundits?
For me, I have to say, like, anything that I do, so even sitting here talking to you, look, I'm smiling because I think I just love conversation. And anytime that I'm sitting there, whether it's on match of the day, and I get to talk about something that I absolutely love and that I'm passionate about. And I always remind myself that even when I was playing football, remember why I started. I was the girl in the football cage that had a big smile on her face because she just loved playing football. And so now I get to work in an environment that I still get to talk about football. Like, I'm like, what is this real life? So it's not so much, I don't really think about like, oh my gosh, I'm working with Gary Lineker. Oh my gosh. Like, for me, I'm just like, wow, just interesting conversation with people that I absolutely respect. And the fact is that I used to like be sitting at home on a Saturday and Sunday and watching it, and now I'm in the studio. So what? That's me.
I'm
loving these questions, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So sorry, I'm sorry. It's just difficult to think about
It's fine.
and things, but
So wait, do you play yourself? Is this a jumper? Your football jumper?
I actually play rugby.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I've been playing rugby for quite a while now. For Amptill, and yeah, I'm in a women's team. Been first season was last year. We did, we did fairly well. We lost most of the games, but we eventually did win in the middle of the season. So,
and when you play, how does it make you feel playing sport?
Split. It just kind of makes me feel a sense of pride, and just feelings like make me feel so incredibly proud to be part of a team, and yeah, it just makes me feel like being achieving to finally be in a senior squad. It means a lot to me since I was playing quite young. So yeah. How about so with your football and everything? I'm guessing you started quite a young age as well.
Like really super young.
Yeah.
I got signed to Arsenal when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that's why, for me, my journey of everything that I've achieved and still now in TV, it's like I wouldn't have made it without the people around me and the help and the support that I've got. I always feel like I'm always part of a team. It's just never about me. You always need other people to help you get to where you are. And I'll never forget that. Everyone that's been on the journey with me. So even everyone at Arsenal, from that young kid at 8 years old to now even talking about Arsenal and how much I love for the club, it's like they've seen me grow and develop to the person I am, So yeah, it's very much, everyone knows how much I love the club because it was more than just football. It was my place that I could escape. It was my place that allowed me to dream. And obviously then through football, I got to travel the world and see amazing things that I only dreamt of when I was a kid. Yeah.
So, and who else? Who inspires you the most? Like, who are the people that inspired you the most throughout your time, your career?
I think a lot of people that normally tune into Scottie Talks would know the answer that I'm going to say right now, but definitely my mum. My mum, she's most probably going to be sitting crying if I reel off a whole speech right now. But no, she is the most inspirational person that I know and will ever know. And if I can only go on to be half the woman that she is, then for me that will just be incredible. The most kindest, loving human being that I know, and the strength that she always showed me. Yeah, so I would definitely say it's my mum.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Chloe, well, thank you for all these questions. You were great. I think you should think of a career in media.
That's partly what I'm thinking about, to be honest, because I write a lot of articles and things like that, and so quite a lot of people seem to like my writing. But one thing I do need is something to be able to express myself, start blogs, and to see how it goes, and to be able to interview, have the ability to interview sports, professionals, and maybe a couple of other famous people would be quite amazing, and create for volunteer and creating stories about things. So
well, the advice that I would give you for that, I would say how you just said, volunteering in environments, in sport environments. So at the start, yeah, you are doing it and you won't get paid, but it's about the experience and what you learn about being in those environments. So when I did my media degree, the amount of time that I spent just sitting alongside people that were in TV, so I could learn and grow and see how things work and everything, you can't replace that. So I would say definitely try to look to do that, be in many different environments as you can, and just keep learning and growing as a person.
Thank you so much. That's really, really amazing advice. So I'm really glad that you do really appreciate my questions as well. So.
Chloe, you are a beautiful human being. If I could just hug you right now, I would.
Thank you
so amazing.
So much.
Have a great evening. And good
Thank
luck
you.
with everything.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Well, that has absolutely made my evening. Everyone, thank you for tuning in to Scottie Talks. I really appreciate it. Thanks for MasterCard for actually pushing me to bring this back, because this is something that I love, connecting and speaking with you all. What's for dinner? I'm going to have a salad. Really boring. I need to start eating good. I've had my time in lockdown enjoying myself. Now I need to get back in shape. So I've got chicken salad. That's what I've got for dinner, which doesn't really need cooking. Guys, thank you very much. I'm off. Have a great evening, everyone. Next Monday, we will do it all again. Bye.